5 principles to setting New Year's resolutions. Hey my friends, it's Bradley Lenart, author of 3 up-and-coming published books and Troy Publishing's Author of the Year. And today I'm so excited to talk to you about how to create a self-actualizing New Year and also share with you the special end-of-the-year edition to Living Full Throttle. You know, a lot of you out there are trying to plan the end of the year and you're getting ready to set some goals and you're getting ready to map out some dreams, and I can tell you this can be very powerful. Now I know you got some big hopes and dreams and goals, right? And what I'd really like to do for you is first go over how you can set your resolutions, then also create some habits in your life so these resolutions actually stick for you, then how you can create an emotional connection with them. So how do we look into the future and schedule our success into the next year so we can really anchor those new hopes and goals and dreams inside us emotionally, and so they really stick? You know, many times people come up to me and they tell me they're reluctant to even set their New Year's resolutions because so many years in the past, you know, they've been unsuccessful or they just couldn't follow through on it. Well, that's really why I set up this little training here for you, my friends, so that you don't end up another statistic in 2017. And what I've really done is just take some of the most profound key elements and understandings that have come out of coaching people around the world through my Skype and phone coaching sessions. And I've taken those little nuggets of knowledge, those knowledge nuggets, if you will, that really work for some of my celebrity coaching clients, not big celebrities, but people like ex-NFL players and some authors you may have heard of. And I've condensed a few down here just for you. So let's dive deep into this as we begin to talk about 5 principles to creating a self-actualized New Year. Principle number 1. Before you do anything, before you set your resolutions, is bust out a journal. Get yourself a hardbound journal. I can't find mine, but get yourself a good hardbound journal with blank pages and dedicate that journal to your New Year's resolutions. Keep that journal at your bedside because you want to review and visualize these resolutions every morning and night. You can't be just making these resolutions up in your head. You gotta write it out on paper because this deep seeds it further into the subconscious mind. You know, a lot of people make their resolutions when the ball drops and they're either out at a bar or they're at a party and they don't even write it down. Then they wonder why they don't follow through on the resolution. You gotta write it down and review it. Principle number 2, set your resolutions big. When you're setting resolutions, think dream-driven goals. Never limit the vision you have based on your current ability or skill. Do you want to know why? Because you can learn any skill you need to learn to get you wherever you want to go. So forget this SMART goal stuff and dream big again. Dream like a child. You see, our goals and dreams and resolutions have to be something that really strike us emotionally. Big dreams are compelling, and that's really what we want. Principle number 3. After we dream big and we write out our resolutions, we have to take some time to figure out a plan to get there. I mean, really think deeply and really take some time to figure out a plan over the next 6 to 8 months as to how you plan to get moving toward that resolution. What kind of research will you need to take? What kind of time will you need in your schedule every week in order to do that research? You see, we need to think long term and we need to solve the problem of how to avoid pesky distractions that will come up along the way. The way to do this is by planning. Principle number 4. Now, we just touched on this a bit, and this is a big one. We must schedule and block time every single week to research an area of that resolution. Knowledge and skill is the material from which we build bridges that can take us wherever we want to go in life. I'm going to say that again. Knowledge and skill is the material that we build bridges that can take us wherever we want to go. So if there's an area of life that's not working for you or is lacking, it's because you either lack a certain skill or some kind of knowledge. All too often I see people go out and get a degree. And that's great, they're experts in their field, but just because they're experts, they stop searching for answers. They don't have the inward humility to entertain the fact that they may be missing something. But my friend, we live in a changing world. The world is changing faster now than ever in history. So something that has worked for the last 10 years may not work for us tomorrow. And it could just come down to a slightly different perspective or just a simple bit of knowledge that we've been missing along the way. So stay open and research. So like for me, my plan over the next year or so is to be bi-coastal. I plan to have Bradley Life Systems set up here in Connecticut, but then I also plan to operate in Los Angeles, California, or Sherman Oaks to be more accurate. And that's a resolution I set for myself. So I set up every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. to research on the internet, condos and business opportunities in Sherman Oaks, California. I also make phone and Skype calls to the people I know out there. You see, what I'm doing is I'm gathering knowledge and research in those areas, and I plan this resolution in my schedule. Because of this, it continually moves forward slowly but surely. Because this resolution of being bi-coastal has its own block time every Tuesday and Thursday night, daily distractions do not affect its progress. I also have a folder on my computer, on my phone, and my desktop with everything related to that specific resolution. Finally, principle number 5. is do something that scares you. What I mean is do something that's out of your comfort zone as a resolution. I mean, we all know that human beings grow through discomfort. So if you've ever wanted to do something like maybe do your own videos like this, but let's say you've been scared what people might think, what people might say, just decide today to do it for 2017. You know, why do we worry about what people think of us anyway? Like, it makes no sense. This is your life, and you only get a certain amount of time to be on this planet. Who cares what people think? This final step is more about challenging yourself. Decide to do something this year that has been uncomfortable in the past, because that will engage you emotionally. It's the real difficult goals we attach the most emotion to, and that matter most to us. So choose something difficult, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get yourself to take that action, some kind of action that scares you. As time goes, you'll get less uncomfortable, and you find yourself on an entirely new level. So let's recap. Principle number 1, get a journal and write out your resolutions. Review and visualize you taking action and achieving those resolutions every morning and night. Principle number 2, set your resolutions big. Think dream-driven goals. Principle number 3, figure out a 6 to 8 month plan to get these goals or resolutions and make those action steps a part of your life. Principle number 4, schedule block time 2 to 3 times per week to research in that area of resolution. This way nothing will distract you and you'll stay on course. And principle number 5, choose a resolution that scares you and take action toward that resolution right now. Some kind of action, any action. The universe rewards momentum, so do something right now to set you in motion. I really hope this served you, my friends. Just some insights that I know can help you out as you ring in 2017. My name is Bradley Lenart, and we'll see you in the next video.